I'm probably the biggest Timothée Chalamet hater, but I might have came out a Timothée Chalamet mega fan. Let's get into it.
What do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
I'll go into things that I didn't like first, right? It's a very fast-paced, high-energy movie, and a lot of things are just kind of going. It's got that energy, right? Like, it's like one battle after another. It's like things are just going, play by play. He's one of those guys that's living his life second by second, minute to minute, day by day. For a play-by-play movie, I feel like it should have just been cut shorter. 2.5 hours for a movie like this, I feel like was just a little too long. There are parts of the movie, especially towards the end, where it really does feel like it's dragging and it needs to just like land the plane a little sooner. The next thing I didn't like about it, right? No spoilers, but the ending feels very unsatisfying. Everything feels like it's really for nothing, especially after a 2.5 hour movie. It can feel like the ending was like, what was the point of all this, really? That really does play into my next thing I really don't like about it is that the story is very scattered. A lot of story plot points, some of things get finished, some things don't. It doesn't tie up everything. Again, it's just start to finish, the movie just goes. It's a chaotic mess. I was like, for a movie that's solo and we're not getting a sequel or anything like that, I was kind of like, damn, I wish I would have got just a little bit more of a clear cut landing. Those are the things I disliked about this film, right? The things I did love about Marty Supreme, it's not even the story that really brought me into it. It's really the characters, right? You got Tyler, the creator, did an amazing job. Timothée Chalamet, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Timothée Chalamet. I absolutely fucking loved him in this film. He was amazing. Absolutely killed it. I was like, wow, this kid actually has some personality. This guy actually has some depth. A real grounded film and a real grounded role. Also, like a very like quick, snappy role as well too, and work well with other characters as well as Kevin O'Leary. He was in here as well too. Him and Tyler the Creator were definitely my standouts for sure. It's the characters, like the little snippet you get into their life and you see what are they doing in their life and how they interact or intersect with Marty Supreme. Those interactions and those dialogue scenes, like, that's what makes the movie for me, for sure. I like the characters. I love the acting and the dialogue and the stories between the characters and how they interact with each other. The wildness, the craziness of it. It reminded me a lot of The Wolf of Wall Street. It gave me that same type of energy and same thing as like One Battle After Another as well too. I do like the fact that it's got one goal oriented, like boom, like you know where he's going for, and it sticks with it the whole way. Even in the grand scheme of the entire story, there at one plot point is where it's gonna go. At least you got one thing out of it. You know what I mean? And this relationship between Timothée Chalamet, right, Marty and Endo, and like no matter what's going on, like it always reverts back to table tennis, and they're always kind of just going back and forth, and it just means so much more to them than just table tennis. How much was on the line for Endo and like his whole entire country on his back, and then like Marty and like everything that he's going to, like, right, he would play these games and then go back to like his mom's crib and like he's just dead poor, you know what I mean, with all these false promises. So Marty's definition of being just locked in on a specific goal and trying to achieve that goal, and no matter what. And every time him Endo were just there playing table tennis, they were locked in. That was like some of the best moments besides the characters and the dialogue, was watching them play table tennis. So I felt like I was playing the game, you know what I mean? Like watching them play was insane, you know what I mean? Like Marty get pissed off, like, yo, that shit was so funny. Knowing if he lost that game, like his entire life was just gonna spiral. If you're on the fence about it, I don't think you have to see this in the theater. You could probably see it on streaming. It's probably a good movie to like watch at home, but definitely recommend seeing it at one point. It's a good standalone film you could just watch with a buddy. I'm gonna give Marty Supreme 8.6 Mr. Schneefies out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I know everyone said they hated the character. Don't forget to drop a like if you found this video useful. Check out some of my other videos right here for more, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace out, Real Relay fam.